There we go. I think now do you have picture and audio?
I hear
Think I
I
was
hear you
missing a
just
button.
fine.
Yeah, we were in the studio, but I hadn't hit start on the stream. And so I think that's what it was doing. It says
Okay.
we're live now as of 20 seconds ago. Let's see if we've got Blade Walker. Good morning. Gal. Good morning. Kathleen Smith. Good morning. Brand New American. Angelo. How are you? Can you guys hear us now? It shows we're live. All they see is the logo. Why? You are live. Jason hears us.
Yeah.
Jason, how you doing today? Let me see why. It says it's live. How about that? Can you see my screen now? Like, can you see my desk now? Clint Crosby, good morning.
Okay. Knives are life season here.
Okay. Okay, cool. So now I should be able to put us back into. All right, Cal, there we go. Wicked Dreams, thanks for joining. Good morning. Aloha. Katie K. Good morning. Thanks for joining us. How are you today? Has everybody seen Wicked Dreams Nefarious that's up for pre-order right now? Oh, that knife is sick. Metal Complex and Neves both have reviews on it. It's also been posted on Bladewalker's YouTube, not like a post, and mine. But Wicked Dreams has a bunch of pictures on his. I wonder if I can pull it up now that I'm using StreamYard. I don't know. I'm not going to try to pull anything up this stream. We'll leave this stream running. Yeah, great about it. I'll figure that out later. Go back to comments. All right. Oh, we lost Jimmie. We lost Jimmie. He should be able to just click the cam and come back. I don't know if he lost signal, or we'll give him a minute. He should be able to come right back. Gons, good morning. If everybody didn't hear me, Gons, good morning. Clint, good morning. Jason, good morning. Chris Warris, good morning. Blade Walker, Wicked Dreams, Kathleen Smith, Katie K, Angelo, thank you everybody for joining us this morning. I believe Jimmie will be back in just a moment. Yeah, Jimmie's like, nope, dip. Let me take a look, see if he's hit me up on Instagram. Let's see if he hits the link and comes back. Cal, good morning. How are you this morning? Busy printing? There we go. Jimmie's back. We're going to add him back to the stage. And we're back.
Okay.
Welcome back, Jimmie.
We'll hit that comment thing again. All right.
Jimmie froze.
Rock and roll. Can everybody hear me all right?
Jimmy's there, but I think he froze.
Hello?
So, yesterday, the Deadly Daughter's boyfriend showed up with a gift. There we go. Jimmy's moving again. We should be able to hear him. Paul Casper, good morning. Hope everybody is having a killer morning.
I can't hear anything. I don't know what's going
Deadly
on.
Daughter's
Of course, I don't know.
boyfriend showed up with a gift for me. He got the new Olight Century for himself, the L1, and he knows, my Ultim collection. So he got me the Rubato 4 in Ultim, which is actually my first O knife. And I really, really dig this thing. It doesn't have the adjustable clutch lock. 8TB2, Addicted to Blades. How you doing? Good to see you. Kevin Smith, what's up? Good to see you. I'm sure Jimmy will be back in a moment. He seems to be having connection issues. But yeah, this is Ultim and S35VN. Pretty dope knife. Yeah, for sure, KDK. This is my first time using StreamYard, and it's Jimmy's first time ever jumping on a live. Jesse Sheldon, good morning. Hope you're having a good morning. Yeah, it's a pretty cool knife. The Deadly Daughter's boyfriend got that for me. S35VN with a full flat grind. Really nice Ultim. It's the exact same size as my drop bear, but full flat grind. This is the first cut test with it. This thing is very sharp, very slicey. Rubato 4. I like this a lot. Yeah, Cal, he's up to something. Nah, he's Titanium Justin. Good morning. How are you this morning? Deadly Daughter's boyfriend. He's a good kid, and we definitely bonded more over blades and EDC. And he got that Century L1. That thing is massive. So the other thing that came up, there's Jimmy again. Let's add him back to stage.
I have no idea what I'm doing on my end. I'm an old pipe fitter.
Hey Jimmy, can you click your mic button? There should be a setting on the screen for your mic, because we can see you now. Can't hear you. Let me see if is it my fault? Let me mute you and unmute you.
How about now?
Yeah, no, it's something on your side.
That don't surprise me.
There should be next to the cam and button, there should be a microphone button or a mute. It might say unmute. It might be on the bottom of the screen.
Yeah, I've got it on.
Next to cam and settings, it might say unmute. Lexan is going to be big. It's definitely easier for them to color. So we're going to see a lot more Lexan. Yeah, I don't have you muted, Jimmy. Oh, you guys can hear Jimmy? What a trip. Let me... Oh. Now I can hear you, Jimmy.
Cool.
Okay, we're rocking and rolling again. Nick Martino, good morning.
Well, I gotta tell you, I'm a little bit slow up here on this electronic stuff, so please bear with me, everybody.
Hey,
hello, everybody.
I haven't had a stream that started off perfectly smooth yet. This is always fun in the morning. But hey, it's only 10:04 and we're up and running. That's not bad at all. I was showing the Rubato 4 that the Deadly Daughter's boyfriend got yesterday for me. Well, it came in yesterday. He got the Century L1 and he hooked up the Ultim Rubato. This
That's
is now
cool.
my 9th Ultim knife.
I like the yellow.
I'm hooked on Ultim for sure. I'll end up having to bust them all out now that I've got the another one. But of course, I also had to have a bug out in honor of Jimmie Crowe, which I know you got the Fieldmaster Swiss Army knife in the pocket, but which bug out are you carrying today? Flip
Titanium
point.
scales, clip point, reprofiled to clip point.
Nice. Did you do the reprofile on that?
Absolutely. Yeah,
Hell yeah.
I avoid the warranties on a lot of them.
Yeah, KDK, I really do dig Ultim. Kathleen says hello, Jimmy the Great.
Hello.
Yeah.
I'm a little slow on the uptake, everybody. So please bear with me. And yes, Titanium Justin, we will get together. And I'm of course I was in and out, so I'm not exactly sure. So I'm just going to give it a blanket hello, everybody.
Sugar Weasel Dad, good morning. Yeah, warranties. What are those, Chris? Thanks for joining, Sugar Weasel Dad. Good to see you. Yeah, warranties are made to be voided, correct?
Well, I do my share.
What's in everybody's pockets today? What are you guys carrying? I know Chris Warris is drinking a rock star. What are you guys drinking today? You know me, I got the white pineapple monster. Mike Jernak, good morning. Diet Dr. Pepper for Jimmie Crowe. Thank
Hello,
you,
Mike.
Gon. Slash that like button. I appreciate it. Rules are made to be broken. That's a fact. Yes, correct, Nick Martino. You know what? I don't know why I didn't have a couple of these out. There we go. Get some Jimmie Crowe action out here.
Already this morning.
Already had to go to the Band-Aids.
Yep.
Which knife got you?
It was my wife's cat.
Oh no.
Me. Yeah.
Kathleen Smith's rocking her Jimmie Crowe Parrot and a Finch 1929. She's rocking one of your customs.
Cool,
Pardon,
Kathleen.
what were you saying about the cat?
Oh yeah, she just this little guy, he just sometimes plays a little rough.
Yeah. Katie K's got the Rough Rider Highland Swing Guard lockback and a Black Cat coffee. I saw a Civivi Tacticorix. They like Chris Morris has drinking coffee, man. He tried to swerve me. Jason Beecher's on that Gatorade. The Tacticorix. Civivi's really trying to mess with us on these names. Don's got the Kubi Titius, the AKC OTF, a Smith & Wesson Bodyguard 2.0, Olight Warrior Mini 3, and a Blue Elephant Hank. Clint Crosby's on that water still. Good morning, Heidi K. Thanks for joining. Hope you're having a great day. Sugar Weasel Dad can't take the nice stuff to work, so he works in a carbon factory. Too much nasty stuff. Got you. Got a case copper lock, Benchmade bug out, and an Old Knives goal. Hell yeah. That goal is sick. I saw that. You posted that, Blade Walker. Damn. Jimmy wants a tie-dye J scale. It wants a tie-dyed Neapolitan. Do they make white Rit dye? Also, I can dip from one color to the next while hot. Gone to Jack on Mountain Dew.
That one, Titanium Justin, that's going to take a little conversation on that. I've never seen a white Rit dye, and you kind of need to let one of them set before you try to change up on another one. Otherwise, you'll just get bleeding all over the place, I'm sure. So, but we'll talk. We'll talk. I'd love to see what you're wanting to do.
Gonz is jacked up on Mountain Dew. Chris Wars is carrying that Kaiser Hydra and S45V in, and his rock hopper. Oh, that Aries blade is so nice. You cannot dye it too white, unfortunately, Kinman says. But you can get white G10 to dye, correct?
Yes.
Springfield Hellcat, pew pew. I need a mic. Yeah, I do. I bet I'm not that easy to hear on your side. Got the breaking. No, I did not go to the concert last night. I don't know where was the concert, Nick? So we will be getting into this here in a bit, which is a Jimmie Crowe custom parrot that will be going out to somebody today. But I asked, I talked to Jimmie before, and I told him that we were going to definitely want to see his bug out collection. So when we get a few more people popping in, we'll probably go to his bug out collection for sure. But I thought real quickly, Titanium Justin's got the Molsec Late Fall and the Artisan Clio. And that Artisan Clio is that little premium fifth pocket knife. That's cool. I just wanted to show this off real quick while we're waiting to get into his bug out collection. Oh, this is the Devo Nip Light. And this is my first knife to come in from the Pass Around group. It is my first time handling a Devo knife. And this little fifth pocket knife is sick. I like this little aluminum, and it's on here, a 154 cm light, and it's got, with that forward choil, I get a full 4-finger grip on it. It's a fun little knife. I don't know if these all sold out, like the Tall Boy just sold out in less than half an hour. Nick Martino has 2 of the stouts. Yeah, the aluminum nip. Blade Walker wants Jimmie Cut's Magna Cut Reblade. Hell yes. Growler is B&A's only Devo. This is my first experience with Devo. I've loved all of their designs. Their design language, because I love Warnies and sheep's foot and such. Their design language always speaks to me. But this little guy, it's definitely a it's a pass around knife. But there we go.
Chris got 2 of them. Thank you.
This hollow grind is so deep. Look how thin that gets. That I don't know if that's even showing up very well, but that is an awesome little blade for sure. You can still get these ones on White Mountain Knives. You're right, Nick. Every Devo is a home run. Kathleen Smith has a question for you, Jimmie. How long have you been collecting Benchmades? She hasn't even held one.
Honestly, less than a year.
Less than a year, and you're up to 15 of them?
Yeah, well, I never said I was very bright. I kind of dive in deep whenever I dive in.
But, yeah, you got the bug. Sounds like.
Yeah, I did.
Which was your first bug out?
My first bug out. Of course, it don't look anything like this now. Was this one here? Cal. This one right here, I've modified it with scales and such.
Yeah.
A friend of mine had one, and he didn't really care for it, and he wanted to offer to sell it to me, and I wasn't interested. And so, I don't know, 3 weeks later, I asked him again if he still had it. He did, and I made a mistake of buying it, and That was it. That was it.
This people saying that they haven't had a Devo model yet. I haven't either. If this is still available on White Mountain Knives, I don't have a discount code, but I know a lot of your favorite creators do at White Mountain Knives. This is, I believe, what, $99? I haven't even looked it up yet because it just got here, but I believe this is right under $100. I think. And you can use your favorite creators code on White Mountain Knives. This is worth picking up. It's an awesome, and it's the wire pocket clips. You can switch it to either side, which also means a Lynch left clip. Yeah, lefty 10. Lefty 10. There we go. Use lefty 10 at White Mountain Knives to save 10% on this. Josh, good morning. Titanium Justin had a Justin for you, or a Justin, a question for you, Jimmy, which is, what did you carry before Benchmade? Mr. Eddie, good morning. Thanks for joining us.
Honestly, it was mostly slip joints because I'm old school. That's what I kind of settled in on. But it was mostly just slip joint case, bucks, everything you can imagine slip joint wise. And of course, that's what I grew up with.
Yeah.
But yeah, I did, Kathleen. I went way down that rabbit hole.
Yeah. The Devo knives, somebody said, I think believe it was Nick Martino said that he would like to get every Devo model eventually. Yeah, they haven't missed yet that I've seen. Somebody said that's what happens when two knife guys get together and create a knife company. That's true. You can tell that a lot of thought went into this. Besides just throwing together a little fifth pocket knife, and all of their knives. The tall boy, just watching everybody's reviews and checking that knife out. It's such a gorgeous knife. David Tooley, good morning. Thanks for joining us. So, which is your most recent bug out, Jimmy? The Fireball is going to be sick. Yeah, the one that Devo and Stas are doing. That's exciting. That's next month, I believe.
This one right here with the reblade.
That's the Magna Cut?
That's the Magna Cut.
Ooh. Yeah, I like that.
I made a mock-up out of a paint stirrer that actually functioned in it. And I sent it to Gersh Blades, and he absolutely nailed this thing. And they're the Magna Cut.
That is awesome.
And it's very pokey, but I just sat down and started drawing them up. This fall, we're having one made, a true Warncliffe out of K390. And
that's awesome.
Yeah.
Mind of Milton, good morning. Thanks for joining us. K390 Warncliffe. That's going to be awesome. So is it the more of a SAX style Warncliffe with a sharp angle, or just a steady curve? I'm trying to look for one to snag real quick. Like, whoop, as I knock the camera stand. Awesome.
It'll be
straight blade. There you go.
Now this right here, this is the one I use for my penguins when I mod those. But I've got one just like this for the bug out. Hang on.
Nice. Yeah. Lou, good morning. Thanks for joining us, Lou. Hope you're having a killer morning. What are you carrying? What you drinking? Thanks for joining us, Heidi. I really appreciate you popping in. please make sure that you stab that like button on your way out and have a killer day.
There's the three that I came up with. And this one right here is the Warncliffe that I'm going to have built.
Nice.
That fits in and functions perfectly in a bug out. And this one, nope. This one,
high water estuary. Damn, nice. Oh, that is awesome. So number 3 became Magna Cut. Number one, or which one was the number one? Was the Warncliffe, right?
Number one.
That's the K390.
Yep.
So what are you going to do with number 2?
Probably nothing, because that was just one that kind of lived in between.
Yeah.
And I kind of refined it, so it may not do anything. So.
I gotcha. Glad your mom canceled on you, otherwise you couldn't be here. Well, hey, mom should be here too. You know, we should have her here too, Lou. View the OG Main Street liner locks, the full size and the mini. This is a great model. This is my first concept. I love their Pinkerton designs. Got this one from BEEDC. If you're not following him on YouTube and Instagram, you should be. The pocket clip and all the hardware and thumb studs have been anodized. The lock bar access on this is so nice. And then it's got that like hydraulic action. I like it a lot. Josh Templeton asks, what steel are you using in your handmade knives, Jimmie Crowe?
I love 1095 high carbon. I use 012 steel. ATS 34 is another great one. And, you know, it's, I'm pretty flexible that way. I've used D2 also, but it just varies. Some guys really like high carbon. I like 1095 because I want to be able to strike a good hard rock on it and get a spark. Nice.
Chris Wars asks, what's a ballpark on replacing to a Magna Cut blade? Because he's thinking about doing it to a 537 bailout.
I got to tell you, I would call or get with Gersh blades. I don't know what his pricing is now. My bug out reblade, I think, was 180. I think was what that was. But honestly, I cannot answer that phone. Okay, can I pause this for just a second, DVD? I got to answer something.
Absolutely, of course, go for it. Good morning, Jesse.
Look, Lou Zaire has asked me again about my ponytail. Okay, so I've got to be honest, Lou.
Well, don't lie. That's good.
Yeah, I've got a story. Okay. Some time ago, I retired. When I first retired, I said I'd never cut my hair again, and I didn't. And it was way down to the shoulder blades. And I got to really, I'm usually not paying a bunch of attention to people, the way they talk or act, but I got to looking, and these women and girls was kind of giving me this starry-eyed look, and all the men started shooting darts at me with their eyes, men and boyfriends and stuff. And one day I heard them say, "No, that really is Jason Momoa." And well, I went home and I cut my hair right there. I just couldn't be confused with Jason Momoa.
So I see the resemblance now. It's a good thing you cut it.
So Fook, that's the reason I cut my hair.
But good morning.
But a side note is, go ahead and get a shingle shot anyway, because it can mess you up.
Fook Doozle, good morning. Justin, Ohio, thanks for joining us. Do you have any of your bug outs that you have kept stock yet?
Pardon?
Do you have a single bug out that you have kept anything close to stock?
No. If they last an hour or two, because when I am going to get one, I typically have a good idea of what I'd like to do
Yeah.
before I ever pull the trigger. It's just like I knew that this was going to be a coated blade, and I wanted something kind of dark like that. So I got the green hardware and the purple scales. So that's my Joker knife.
That looks awesome.
Yeah, it's a pretty cool blade. I'm not really big on coated blades, but this one just screamed that, so that's what I had to do.
Mr. Eddie says, Jimmie, Benchmade or Ohio?
Pardon?
I mean, Devo. I said Ohio. I saw Ohio right above it. Justin, Benchmade or Devo?
Both.
That's the best answer.
Absolutely, because there's something out there for everybody. And for me to say something is better than somebody else's favorite is really not fair. And that's the reason they make all these different knives is to help everybody find what works for them. And I'm so glad they do.
True that. We are spoiled for choice now at multiple price ranges. You know, we can get whatever style of lock you prefer, style of blade you prefer.
Yep.
Pocket Razors, Watch City Knives. Good morning to both you, and thanks for joining us. Yeah, Benchmade or Ohio, Lou. That's what happens when you're reading and talking at the same time. Do you have any of your handmaids that you can show us?
This is my personal belt knife. It's made out of 1095.
Nice.
Spear point. It's got stabilized maple.
Nice.
It's got loveless rivets and red liners. Loveless always said, liners aren't really necessary, but they're like lipstick on a pretty woman. They just kind of set it off.
Yeah, it does. It does really set it off. It looks good.
But yeah, that's that one there. And I'll grab another one.
There's your race to the bottom, Nick Martino. There's your race to the bottom. You're probably gonna have to ask that one again, Mr. Eddie. Well, after he gets back. The Ozark Grail race to the bottom. Mr. Eddie had a question for you, Jimmie. 1095 or 80 CRV2? I mean, 1094 or 80 CRV2?
I like 1095. Now, there's nothing wrong. Here again, I'm not a steel snob. I'm not driven by any one of them. I like to say I like a lot of different things. But I like working with 01. I like carbon steels for knives for me. But you know, I'm okay with any of them. I really am. This one right here. This is another one. This one. It's like a modified Puco.
I like that.
And I made this. That's my early logo there. But after my dad died in '99, I wanted to do something. So I started making knives. And this is imitation ivory, not real ivory, of course, but it is imitation. And this is the EMC1. I named it after my dad.
Nice. That's a real good looking knife.
This is ATS 34 stainless. But that's my two primary carries.
Do you carry those in leather or in Kydex?
I'm
Okay.
old.
Gabe Harlan, good morning. If I didn't say good morning to you already. Those are both awesome knives.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Eddie. I didn't know what that exactly steel was. So thank you for letting me know that.
This is my personal Jimmie Crowe custom parrot with the acid washed lightning on the blade. The apricot, right?
Yes, that one's
Yeah, apricot on the scales, and then flame anode on all the hardware. Backspacers look dope. That's such a nice parrot.
You know, it's kind of sad to say, but I don't even remember who gets what.
You make so many of them.
Let me unplug this for just a second, or just walk over here for just a second.
Mr. Eddie says he makes his on 80 CRB too. It's supposed to be a little bit better than 1095.
That would be cool then. This right here's that was a mistake.
I do that all the time.
These are modified and ready to ship out. These that I just dumped are ready to be modified.
Nice.
So that's what.
I hope you know that everybody in the community greatly appreciates everything that you do, Jimmie. Well, I say thank you for myself, but also everybody in this community really appreciates you.
Well, I appreciate them, and I appreciate their kind words. I really do. I did a video with Blade Walker, and that he really kind of got in depth of why I do what I do and why I enjoy doing what I do. So I highly encourage you to give that one a look-see from Blade Walker.
That was a great interview.
Yeah.
Not even, I don't mean interview. I mean, a great conversation is what I meant to say.
It was. It really was.
It was a really great chat between the two of you guys.
It was like we knew each other for a long time. Felt very welcome in his home, and it was kind of funny. Blade Walker and I have been trying to get together for a month, maybe 6 weeks, and one thing come up, then another thing come up, and so we decided we was going to meet at Red Hill Cutlery a week ago today.
Yeah.
And to get together and to shoot the breeze. Well, something came up and Blade Walker couldn't make it, but I got down there and I was sitting there at the parking lot, and so okay, I went in, bought a couple of knives that are up there to be modified, but later it was brought up that I was there. Well, I sent a picture of it on my Instagram. Yeah. And Old Father said, I was there. And we was there at the same time.
And just passed each other.
We may have very well been parked right next to each other, but I didn't know him. And he didn't know me. And so Blade Walker and I kind of got hold of Bluminati Ninja needs to make people some like a badge of some kind that if you want to be approachable, put that on when you're at a knife show or something like that. That'll let other people know that you are who you are and you're willing to be.
That would be a good idea. Just something that has, especially if it had like a picture of your logo. That exactly. If you're a channel, if you have your logo, I mean,
Okay.
if you have something that everybody
Yep.
recognizes.
Well,
Brown Sugar, good morning. Good morning. How are you?
because typically that's a lot of content creators. That's all you see is their hands.
That's all you really see of me.
And but out there in the world, you know, we might want to get to know each other better. So who knows?
What does Jimmy carry in his overall, says Lou.
A hunk of burning love.
That's a damn good idea. Or good, that's a damn good answer. See,
Yeah.
reading
Well,
and talking again. Yeah, people know there's a beard. He got he carries his sack in his overall. He
yeah.
double sack.
Yeah. Double sack. My field master, my rambler, my running for the shelter of my mother's little helpers,
Yep.
and an Olight. And a cigarette lighter.
Nice.
And a cigarette lighter, if I ever run across Lou somewhere, I know. Fortune.
Just briefly, this is the Jimmie Crowe custom parrot that's going to be given away later today. He died, did a fake job on these scales, a gorgeous sapphire blue, and then flame anodized the pivot and reprofiled it to a clip point. I believe this was the first one you did as a clip point.
It is.
And so this is Jimmie Crowe's first clip point parrot. It has the card, of course. This shows what a parrot blade used to look like. And if Stasa were here, he would say this one now is very pokey. That's the pokiest parrot I've ever seen. And we'll be giving this away later today.
QSP, I saw one of their videos the other day, and I think that they're starting to realize or that like the Elementum platform, there's multiple different blades available in the Elementum. The pyrite, my gosh, how many different blade shapes are in the pyrite?
Yeah.
So the penguin is such a popular knife, and so is the parrot actually, that they can do these different blade shapes and expand their market.
Are they showing different blade shapes on the penguin?
Nope, not yet.
Not yet.
They hinted a little bit. I just kind of read between the lines that may be coming.
I saw this morning that on CJRB's website, they're launching an exclusive Hectare alt.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So it's the Hectare crossbar, but with the pyrite alt style Warncliffe and with carbon fiber scales.
Yep.
It was decent price too.
Jimmie Crowe Proto.
Yeah, QSP really should. We need to get together soon on your posts and tagging folks so that QSP sees how much stuff is that you're posting about it. Maybe they hook some knives up for it for giveaways.
You never know. You never know. But Chris actually tuned me in on a couple yesterday, and I was able to pull the trigger on a couple Certivians that was on Amazon. That was absolutely a crazy price, half price. But
oh yeah.
And so yeah, you know, I as being retired on a fixed income, I'm always looking for things like that, you know, and so that's always good to hear of sales like that.
Brand New American says that he has a parrot that he would like to send to you to mod and be donated for a giveaway.
Well, and I would appreciate that. I would
And
appreciate that.
if you want, you can kind of mention what you were talking about the other day.
Yeah. I ran this by Blade Walker the other day, and I ran it by DBD. Uh, I don't know. Some time ago, Iowa AK kind of put something, a seed in here, and it's just kind of grown. And so obviously, with 20 channels going, I cannot keep that kind of volume up very long. I mean, I can, but it's quite expensive,
Absolutely.
even with budget knives. But I know not everybody can win a knife, and not saying that everybody would even want to win a Jimmie Crowe knife. But what we're thinking is that, or what I was thinking is, maybe if somebody had a knife they'd like to modify, there's certain things I can't.
Give him a minute. We might have.
Oh, there
Okay,
we're
there we
back.
go. There we go.
Yeah. But anyway, what if somebody was interested in having a knife modded by me? But I'd like to run by everybody and just let everybody kind of soak on this and think about it. If they would mail me their knife and tell me what I could do or within my limited scope, and say $5 to mail it back to them, and then donate a knife like a penguin or a parrot or something like that,
Yeah.
for me to modify and to ship out to a young channel as a donation and a giveaway, noting who donated the actual blade. And I'm going to use Blade Walker here because he's still here. Let's say the Blade Walker had one he wanted modified. He mails me his, and $5 to, when I get it done mailed, modified, send it back to him. But he sent me another knife to modify and ship out. So that when I ship it out to somebody, it's not just a
I think we lost him for a minute. But what he was going to finish up saying is when he ships it out to somebody, it's not just here's a Jimmie Crowe special. It's here's a Jimmie Crowe special donated by Fook Doozle to give away. Help him out. Get yourself a really, cool, have yourself a Jimmie Crowe custom in your collection and have one donated in your name to another channel. So I think that's a fantastic idea. It helps him, not have to bear all of this cost of doing the stuff that he's doing to help channels. And you get something that you'll cherish. Nobody's getting this knife from me. You get a piece that you're going to cherish, and you get to be part of helping somebody grow and somebody win when there's a donation from you and Jimmie Crowe. And welcome back, Jimmie.
Thank you. Here again. It's a good thing I can barely do knives better than I can live streams. But now that's exactly what I'm talking about, DBD, so it's a great community, and it's great to give back to the community. But now there's things I cannot do, or well, I can, but not to near the expertise as Kinman. I mean, who can compete with his lasering? And
KDK does some sick customization.
He absolutely does. And Mr. Eddie is stellar at this also.
Yeah, his anodizing is dope.
Yeah, absolutely. And they've got things that I can't even. I'm like bush league compared to those guys. I really am.
But people
But
could just contact you on Instagram and let you know what their ideas are.
absolutely.
And you could run the ideas by before sending the knives in.
Absolutely. And understand that there's no I don't use a pattern. Everything I do is okay, fly by night, basically. This is this is what I use to scratch patterns on uh, fingernail polish on a knife blade. Uh, the lightning bolts, they're all hand done. There's no pattern or anything to those. It's just what comes out of a little pea brain of mine.
It looks awesome.
Thank you.
And that means no two are ever alike. We have so many
No,
people doing amazing work in this
yeah,
community.
absolutely.
And I think that your idea is a great way for people to be, to involve themselves even more in the community. They get themselves a cool two people get a cherished item with your idea, and and channels get to grow and the community grows. Rhodey, good morning. Gabe Harlan, to answer your question from earlier, there is no entry video. We will be doing the numbers game later live to figure out who's going to win the Jimmie Crowe custom clip point parrot. Illuminati Ninja, good morning. How are you doing this
Oh,
morning?
his ears are burning.
Would you mind now that we're in and going? Would you mind giving us a walk through your bug out collection, Jimmie?
Sure, sure.
Agreed, Sugar Weasel Dad. The knife community, knife and EDC community, is a much different place from the gun community online. It's a much more inviting and welcoming and place than the online gun community.
I'm trying to get this halfway right here. Of course, everything's backwards to me.
there is a button that you can hit that says mirror screen. That'll swap it the other way.
Oh yeah, but then I'd mess it up really good. Any case, how about down here?
That looks good.
There you can kind of pan through my.
We got 15 bug outs. What else do we have here?
Well, I got
It's like a 940.
I do have a 940 in here. I started on my 940s also, but they just didn't trip my trigger. This one was gifted to me. This one right here was gifted to me. Let me get it here.
Ooh, and that's nice.
It is. It's a great little Benchmade. It's just snappy as all get out. But it was gifted to me, and I sent it to Benchmade, and the blade, this guy had used this thing, and it was just, it was just really scratched and beat all the time. And I asked Benchmade, and they dropped me a new blade in there for $75. And
that's not bad at all.
Thing is just like, yeah, it's good. I do like my Benchmades, but like I said, I'm not a knife snob either. I have some.
It's just a platform you really like to customize.
It is. I have Spyderco's. That's a K390 Delica.
Ooh, nice.
Titanium. Let me get it up here. And but that's
a good looking knife. I like that a lot.
This is a sweet knife. This one right here is so sharp. I was trying to flip the blade open like this one day, and it came back down, and it actually cut right through the fingernail. It cut through the fingernail right there, just by the blade dropping. And that's why I want a K390 on a bug out. I got this little Spyderco here just to carry.
Is that a Mad Bug? Or is that that's the UK?
Yeah, this right here is UK safe, but it's also
UK
legal
pin.
it's it's legal in Chicago, and I like going to Chicago. So
Oh, is that
that
the
has
model they actually call Chicago?
no,
Or is
it's
that the
not.
UK pin knife?
This is not UK either. It's called the slip.
Oh, that's the Slippy. Okay.
Yeah, the
I'm
slipper, I
not
think.
nearly as familiar with their
Yeah,
smaller knives.
but it's a cool little knife. It's a cool little knife. But yeah, I do have my spider coves. I've got a few. This is the
Nice.
astute. But no, I'm not a knife snob, nor am I a uh, steel snob. But the thing of it is, it's like any of us who have a favorite knife. That's going to be the one you're going to carry, and that's going to be the one that you're really attached to. And that's I just gravitate to a bug out. I got little tiny hands. If you watch the Blade Walker video, if you watch
Such a
that video,
man.
yeah, I got little tiny hands, and that's the reason DVD you was mentioned. I cannot front flip to save my bacon.
I
So
heard you guys talking about it.
yeah, yeah, it was yeah. But I agree, Lou. If you don't bleed, it's not sharp enough. I agree with that. Hello, Aries.
He says, no, tip down. No. I, I think we finally got Weldon Carey convinced that tip down is evil. I think he's finally convinced to go tip okay.
This was tip up.
Yeah. I need to get a Delica warning. That looks like the perfect blade to just slip in a fifth pocket and use for almost anything.
It
Is
is.
that better, Blade Walker? Mad Yako, good morning. Good to see you. Thanks for joining, homie. Aries EDC, good morning. How are you today? Does that sound better, Blade Walker? I was kind of rolling around, grabbing some Ultim out. It probably was you, Jason. We'll just say that anyway. That's a way. What the other two are. Oh, that's the Ultim S90V Penguin, isn't it? The button
It
lock.
is. It is.
Those are
But
that's a dream knife right there.
well, this was kind of a dream knife too. Let me get it up here. But if you'll notice, it's missing something back here.
Yes.
I did a flipper delete on this one to give it a
Hell yeah.
good clean up here.
Yeah, it doesn't need a flipper, that's for sure. It's better ergos without.
Mad Yoko.
Yeah, that S90V Penguin. Those sold out, didn't they? The Ultim ones. That was that's such a sick knife. You know me and Ultim. That was one that I was wanting to get, just was not able to. I'll find one on the secondary market eventually. What's up, Pumpers? I have Ultim scales on the way for this one coming from Rip's Garage Tech. By the way, they're getting out of Ultim. So if anybody is interested in Ultim scales for PM2s, PM3s, I believe they still had Little Natives, 80-20.5s. They had yellow Ultim for some and black Ultim for some. All of the Ultim on Rip's Garage Tech is going to be 60% off. I'll have an affiliate link with them soon. But check out Rip's Garage Tech before their Ultim sells out, because when it does, they're not making any more Ultim. I don't know if they're going to switch to like carbon fiber or what their plan is yet, but I know they're getting out of Ultim. And if anybody's interested in their scales, now's the time to get them.
Take
I
care,
can't
Blade
wait
Walker.
to throw it on this. Go ahead.
No, I'm just saying, take care, Blade Walker.
Have a good one, Blade Walker.
He had a really cool design that Aries made for him.
The
Absolutely
Gadsden?
pokey. Yeah.
That thing is gorgeous. It's so sick looking. Everybody, make sure that you also, after this, catch Blade Walker's conversation with Jimmie yesterday. That was posted yesterday on Blade Walker's channel.
I'm wearing bib overalls, but not the same ones. These are my real Sunday go to meeting bib overalls here.
Sugar Weasel Dad, I think, is the biggest knife show of the year is Blade Show Atlanta, or well, Blade Show West is this weekend, but Blade Show Atlanta is probably the biggest in June. QSP button lock S90V Penguin traditional pocket knives in stock, $150. Oh. That would be such a nice addition to the collection. I'm missing one, and I'm trying to remember which one it is. Should be one more. Do you carry? Yeah, SHOT Show is pretty big, Nick. That's definitely a lot more than blades, too. That Aries that Blade Walker has is scary. Yeah, it is. That is awesome. Do you carry a multi-tool, Jimmie, besides the Swiss Army knives?
Not typically. I do in my haversack or in my backpack when I'm camping. I almost always carry a multi-tool. These are going on a Penguin for a guy, but that's not ultra secret. The ultra secret one, I cannot show today. But I probably, I don't know. I don't know if I'll be able to show the ultra secret one until it's not a secret anymore. and that's where I have to leave that.
Watch City, yes. PEI is the same thing. Ultim is a brand name. PEI is the same material, just not under the Ultim brand name. The middle knife next to the deck, I just moved stuff. Are you talking about this one here, Gons? I think that's the one that was next to the deck, huh? This one is, okay, this is the Kubi Bluff. This is a Bridgeport design, Bridgeport knives. I love their 395 and their 1927. I can't afford their normal knives, but this one dropped with Kubi, and this can be had for 60 or less in a lot of places. And it came with the removable thumb stud. It wasn't on there, and I like the looks of it without it, but the flip is better with it on, and this thumb stud works perfect as a wave feature, pulling it out of my pocket if I want it to. It'll pull it out open every single time with that thumb stud on there. And so this one is carried specifically differently than my typical right-hand pocket. This is for faster deployment. But the Ultim on this is the radial pattern is some of the best gripping Ultim I've ever felt. I like this a lot.
I have never tried to dye Ultim bucket razors.
Yeah, you can't dye. The Ultim doesn't take dye. There's black Ultim and there's Ultim. Lexan is a material that can be dyed multiple colors. Hey, Mabel only did that for you, Lou. I still don't know what kind of deal you had with Mabel, because my homegirl, she was definitely an Ultim sheep until I told her we were doing a video for Lou, and then she picked my card up. So I still don't know what you did to her, but Mabel was an Ultim sheep until you got to her. Lou says the secret knife is going to be made out of vibranium and magic pixie dust.
That's exactly right. And a little love.
Now, I bet everybody's ears perked up for a second when they heard secret knife. I just got this Roxxon a couple of days ago. Move some of this out of the way for the moment. I just got this and this one in from Roxxon, and they have their swappable blades. So it takes like all of a couple of seconds to swap a blade out on these. And the blades come in like 3 packs of 3 different shapes. You just pop that off. Oops, it's locked. Swap the blade. And then the magnets help you pop it back on. And lock it. And you've got a different blade shape ready to go. And the lockup on them's fantastic. They're all 8CR13 MOV blades. So you can, if you wanted to, you can maintain them and resharpen them. Or you can buy another 3-pack for $25 for 3 8CR MOV knives. 8CR13 MOV. And like I've also got the spade point and the recurved Tonto. But I put the straight blade on this one. I'm digging their tools. I like the swappable blade idea. And these lock and they're magnetized so you can travel with multiple blade options if you wanted. That's coming, Lou. That is coming. I am into friction folders. I think they're cool. I just haven't really messed with them at all. Roxxon should upgrade to D2. Yes, agreed. Been talking with Roxxon a lot lately. They've got some cool stuff on the way. Just keep an eye out. But I do like this Phantom series with the swappable blades. You've got these gigantic scissors that are sharp as hell. I don't have any paracord here at the moment. So, but of course they cut paper, but they're so sharp.
And they're big enough to be usable.
Yes. You get a set of replacement cutters in the packaging. And then besides the full-size blade, you have a full-size saw blade. And it's also a liner lock. And then you have push this up, and these 4 tools come out. And like if you want to use the bits, you've got the bit extender and the bit set on the 3D Phillips. And then that all locks and unlocks with that right there. And it's not nearly as heavy as it looks. I've been carrying it in the sheath, and I used to carry a Leatherman kick for almost 20 years, the same Leatherman. And they're pretty close. This doesn't outweigh it by very much at all. They're very close. It's crazy. It's very user-friendly, Mud, especially with my hands. It's very easy to change blades. It's very easy to use one-handed. And it gives me something really solid if I need it. But all the tools are big enough for me to use, even when my hands aren't working well. And then they've got the same swappable blades on just the knife that comes with a giant set of scissors. Cool. So knife and scissors, or the full multi-tool, and they both swap blades between them. Question, did I miss a question? Price point on this one is $59, I think. And this one is $28. It might be $50 right now. And this one's $28. The Roxxon Flex is something I'm checking out in the not too distant future. I got these ones got sent to me first, and I love the big, gigantic, full size blade. It doubles as a billy club. Yeah.
Yeah, it would, Illuminati.
Yeah, I'll be carrying this for a while to see how much I like having that guy on me compared to my old Leatherman, but it offers me a lot more than my Leatherman did. Now, the Leathermans now obviously have a lot more stuff, but I couldn't tell you that yet, Nick. I've only had it for a couple of days. So, couldn't tell you that. I'll let you know after I've had it for a while. I'm not gonna say about anything knife or any product that I just got that I would trust my life on it. Sergio, good morning. How are you? TKE, what's up? Good to see you. Yeah, no, I've only had it for 2 days, Nick. So would I recommend it as a great multi-tool alternative to a Leatherman? Yes, absolutely. Would I tell you if I'd bet my life on it? Not yet. I got to carry it for a bit. Yeah, you could trim hooves with those scissors.
Yeah.
So which is your current favorite of your bug outs? Is it the MagnaCut until you get the K390?
You know, honestly, it's the one I got in my pocket.
Changes day to day.
Yeah, they've all got something that I really enjoy, that I'm made into, and so something I like them a lot. But I it's like any. I guess I could say that I probably got 5 or 6 that are kind of float to the top.
Yeah.
But none of them are safe queens. None of them are safe queens. They all get used. Although my definition of use is a little different than most. My little Rambler is what I cut open cardboard boxes with.
Yeah.
The Swiss Army knife, I got one blade that's nothing but food prep. And the other one I modified down into a Warncliffe for whittling.
Nice.
So, and Blade Walker's video kind of explained a little bit more about some of my past, and so I've
mellowed a little.
I have. Yes, that would be a good thing. But back in the 60s and early 70s, I was a little bit of a hellion. And that's when I bought my first switchblade, and I bought it to use, and I did use it. And so
Game
that's
processing.
kind of, yeah, it is what it is, but so I do keep a good knife just for that and to fidget with.
Yeah.
I like to fidget with them.
The
And
best fidget toys. They're my favorite fidget toys.
They really are. But this right here is another one from the 60s. And you're talking about that Roxxon, that fills your hand up like a good roll of quarters.
Yep, it does. Yeah. Without getting you the extra case that a set of Nugs can get you.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah, Gons, you mentioned that you would recommend the Rock Tool SK2. I've got the ST02. I haven't tried the SK yet. This is like half of that. This is, that's the full multiplier. This one's just the tool with the big XL scissors. You've got the 4 extra tools in here, and then your driver. But this is definitely a high quality tool. So I'm sure the SK2 full set of pliers is a fantastic tool. I just haven't tried it yet to recommend that one. But if you're looking for something that takes up half the space of a multi-tool and you don't use the pliers often, it's a great option for $20. And I think the one Gons is talking about is like $40 or $46. And that gets you the full set of pliers and the other side of the tools that would be part of the handle. Rock Tool, there's a lot coming up that's that Leatherman, makes you wonder if they're ever going to adjust their price, but it doesn't. They seem to be like Benchmade, and they'll just keep going up and up. $235 or something for an arc. Like, damn.
See, that's something that, like I said, I'm not a knife snob any way, shape, or form. But what some people would pay $2,000, $3,000, $4,000 for, to me personally, it has no interest whatsoever. Not just the money, just
sure,
the function or the aesthetics of the knife itself. For me, I could find beauty in about all of them, but there's a price that I will not go above. And and everybody's got a different one.
Yeah, and Nick, I wasn't saying that the Leathermans aren't good products, because like I said, I've carried this one for 20 years. Almost. I've carried it for 19 years. And I snapped off one of the tips of the screwdriver, using it as a pry, like doing something I shouldn't have. But let's see if it'll see. It should, maybe. Okay, it's not paper cut and sharp right now, but this blade, it might not be a fine edge. It's still a very good working edge. Still very sharp. So I'm not saying Leathermans aren't good products. I'm just saying their pricing is pricing me out of their ball game, and has got me to look at a lot of these budget multi-tools. I'd rather pay $50 for a Rock Tool or a Roxxon or a Next Tool multi-tool, drop $100 on a knife or $150 on a knife with MagnaCut, and be covered that way, than the $235 Leatherman arc. But that's just me. Everything was cheaper 4 years ago, that's for sure.
Yeah.
No, that is very true, Lou. Very true. So let's see the new Olife Rubato. I would say the Rubato's got a good edge if it can make me look decent on camera, Lou. Greg, G-Ball Vision, what's going on, homie? Thanks for joining. Appreciate you stopping in. How are you today? Oh. Fook says, because he carries a separate knife and multi-tool, the blade of the multi-tool gets very little use, so he doesn't need fancy steel. That's why he doesn't go for the arc, really. Makes sense. We almost all of us always have a knife in our pockets, at least another knife in our pockets.
And we're all as similar as we all are. We're all very different in our thoughts and what we enjoy, what gives us pleasure, and you shouldn't, people. Well, this guy's not doing this, or this guy, I don't like that. Well, he does, and I think that's great that he does.
Hey, there's some people that are still buying Gerber's 8CR and loving it.
Yeah, absolutely. And here again, at the end of the day, I don't know exactly how to phrase this, be YouTube friendly, but when people they wrote a song about it, Leonard Skinner did, about Mr. Saturday, and anyway, people was ragging on, well, they'll do away with them. Well, who's to say that a poor guy or somebody that wasn't as rich as you were shouldn't be allowed the availability of something at a reasonable price?
Yes.
To him, whatever fits in his dynamics. And same way with the knives. I would love to have everything made in America. Oh my God, I would. But not everybody can afford that either.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, if I could afford to have, 100 American knives, that'd be dope. But I'd also be taking myself out of the market for a lot of cool stuff.
I'm glad they cheer you up, Lou.
At lower price range. Yeah, Gerber cheer you up. Yeah, 7CR. The Gerber Asset. That's one that looks all right, Jesse. The Gerber Asset. G-Ball at the in-laws. Yeah, a million ways to enjoy this hobby. That is for sure. Or addiction, whatever you want to call it. Thank you for dropping links, Bluminati. If anybody here isn't following any links that you see any of the mods put down, please give them a follow. They all put out awesome knife and EDC content as well. Haven't said it very much, but I normally do. Please make sure you stab that like button and / subscribe if you're not already subscribed. We lost Jimmy. He'll be back. But also, if you follow any of these channels that you see a mod drop, make sure that you, after the live, watch something on the channel, a video or a short, and leave a comment and a like. That'll make sure that YouTube doesn't take that sub away from you after. It's like 48 hours. If you haven't interacted, they'll take the sub away from you, and you'll miss out on the cool content. So if you follow anybody new today, make sure that you interact with them later. I'm sure Lou will be back here shortly. After we get Lou back, we'll probably do the giveaway pretty soon. I don't want to be running up against Lou before we do the giveaway. Yeah, check out Jimmie's work on Instagram. He puts up pictures of the knives that he mods and sends out, and hopefully pretty soon. There we go. And we got him back.
Yeah. I'm sure it's on my end. I'd almost bet money on that.
Hey, it's a live stream. Nothing ever goes right all the time on a live stream. At least not doesn't seem to for me. G-Ball's lives, of course, they're always perfect. but not mine. Did you guys catch Lefties Live with Ben from Jack Wolf the other night? I'm really interested to see how the Steel series from Jack Wolf Knives sells. The 14C28N and steel at $200. They're gorgeous knives. It looks like gorgeous knives, really well done. But I'm interested to see how well the $200 14C sells. I think a lot of people at that $200 price point might look to the secondary market, spend $30 more, and get an S90V Jack Wolf. But we'll see. Yeah, if he does another Steel series, we'll know it was successful. But yeah, he's trying this as a one-off to see if people do. But I think that price difference should definitely might just go with the titanium and S90V or whatever steel he's using on the premium version at the time. I did not catch Tri-States talk about it, Gabe. I didn't. Did he recommend just going with the more expensive? The price is so big, Kenman. That's why I don't have a Jack Wolf. You know, it's a grail knife for me. I'd love to have a Jack Wolf, but I just I can't make myself drop that much. I almost got a Midnight Jack because it was down to like 240, and it was at the local Sportsman's, and I saw it sitting in the counter. A guy had ordered it from another Sportsman's, and then his wife found out he paid $300 for a knife and made him return his Jack Wolf. So the purple Midnight Jack was sitting there, and I almost got it, but instead I ordered one of the very last Clydesdales that Way of Knife had, and I ordered the Kubi Bluff and a couple other Ultim Kubis instead of getting that one Jack, Midnight Jack. And I'm so glad I did, because this is still might be my favorite knife in the collection. You know how that changes, but it's definitely one of them. This is one of the coolest knives ever made. And don't forget that the designer of, the guy behind New Breed EDC, Luke 10 Tex Mark, he goes on at noon Pacific, 3 o'clock Eastern time, will be his live stream today. We got Jimmie Crowe back. Let me let him back in. And I think we're back. I hear him. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, G-Ball, I do really want to try a QSP Hedgehog. A Hedgehog is half the price for S90V, and it looks like the construction is just as good. Cal's reminding us that the pre-order for the New Breed EDC Wingspan, which is a gorgeous knife, goes live Monday. Make sure you watch Luke 10 Texas stream today after our live. He'll be, I'm sure, talking a lot more about his new Wingspan model that's dropping that is gorgeous. Gabe, did he say that it pretty much compared to, to a Jack Wolf, the Hedgehog? Well, we got you back, Jimmy. If you wouldn't mind shooting me a message on Instagram with a number and a number range, and we'll play the numbers game pretty soon for this parrot. Yeah, Finch or Rosecraft. Rosecraft their knives are so nice looking. I can't remember the name of it. It starts with a Z. Not is it? It's not Zambezi. The one with the big forward choil like the Pocket Monster. I want that so bad, so bad. Gons, tell me the number as well. Yeah. You still with me, Jimmy? I see you. Recent slip joint, Rosecraft Blaze, Clinch River Swayback. That is a nice looking slippy. That's I want to get back into traditional knives and slip joints, and I will definitely. I plan on starting with Rosecraft, not Jack Wolf, and it's not because there's anything against Jack Wolf. It's just because I can get. Oh, you just won a Zambezi. Oh, that's a lucky win, Fook. That's my goal first. Rosecraft is I want to get a Zambezi to go to carry with my Pocket Monster. Hey, Lou says, tell us a crazy story from your 60s. Hell, he's gone. What the heck is that, Book? The Zambezi? That's their slip joint with the blade. It's the blade edge is probably this long and it's got the big choil for your finger. Whoop, I kicked the camera again. But I think my Pocket Monster is right. Yeah. I love the Rosecraft Pocket Monster with the giant choil on the blade. And I think the Zambezi would be a great carry with this knife. You've been on a great streak, Fook. But this and this Zambezi would be an awesome carry for when my hands aren't working well. So much control over it. Hey, that looks better, Jimmy.
I keep going in and out, so I'm not sure what. I must be something on my end. So I don't know. I'm sorry about that, ladies
Hey,
and gentlemen.
no worries.
But I'm not sorry about that for you, Lou.
Yeah, it's probably Lou's fault. You won one about a year ago.
It
Oh,
is.
nice. So
I can
you
think
had
of
to
most
walk and
things in
talk
the
on
in the
it. It sounds
universe.
like it's got a nice snap, Zambezi. Or Kathleen Smith, the Zambezi does. What was that, Jimmy?
I think, yeah, since the beginning of time, I'm sure Lou has had something to do with the evil and
Probably.
misfortunes in the world. Yeah.
We know he must be evil because he's anti-Ultim. Blame it on Canada.
If I ever build one for Lou, I'm going to build it out of Ultim.
Yes, all Ultim. That's what. See, I have G10 knives made out of G10 or carbon fiber that I theoretically could wear at an event where theoretically metal detectors could theoretically be possible. And I would love to get an Ultim shiv of some sort to carry for the same reason. So, Jimmy, if I don't know if you heard me, but if you would shoot me a message on Instagram with a number and a number range, I'll check it out.
Okay.
And then we'll do the oh, that's dope, Chris.
How many?
That's dope, Chris. What's that, Jimmy? Jimmy? You can pick a knife, a number,
How
and a
many do
number
we have in?
range. We have.
Okay.
I'm looking at where does it go? 38 right now. If you guys
38.
haven't,
Okay.
do me a favor, stab that like button, /subscribe. Maybe some other people will pop in, see what having a giveaway. I just saw your message from like a half hour ago, Chris. That's awesome. Thank you for putting the rules down, Fook. I always appreciate your help. No playing for Fook. Let me know when you've got your number range, Jimmy.
I think I sent it to you.
Oh, it's just taking its time. Not me. It's not showing that I got it.
Okay. Let me
You
try
can
it again
you can
here.
just tell us the number range.
Yeah, 1 to 50.
All right, folks. When you see the green lights, it will be 1 to 50. Green lights, one guess only. Go. Green lights, go. 1 to 50, playing for the Jimmie Crowe Special. He's got the number folded up and hidden right now.
Yep.
I like seeing everybody. What's up, Dwayne Letterman? Good to see you. Pick a number 1 to 50. We're playing the numbers game for a Jimmie Crowe Special. Backwoods Blades, good morning. David Jewell, good morning. Good to see you guys. I like that G-ball vision. Out of the range for Fook. Hey, Fook, if you would please do me a favor, let it run for about 30, 45 more seconds before you put up some stop signs. MPG, good morning. Playing the numbers game, 1 to 50, playing for a Jimmie Crowe Special. Go ahead and give us a guess, MPG. Neil Mudd, I see your guess. And nobody's supposed to play for Fook, MPG. Nice. If Fook wins, he's got to send the Zambezi in for review. Just about up, folks. Hope you have your guesses in. Nice, Lou. Nice. Okay, red lights. Game is up. What's our number, Jimmy?
I saw at least one hit it right on the nose, and a couple was really close.
36? That's what I'm seeing. 36? Yep.
Yep.
I'm gonna look who hit 36. Pocket Razors was 37. Jesse, it looks like Jesse was 36. Looks like so far Jesse, the win, not Jesse Sheldon, the regular Jesse.
At 36.
David Jewell was also 36. Looks like we had two 36s. That's what I see. Knife off.
David Jewell.
So, Foop, would you? Yeah, there's two 36s.
Yeah.
Would you mind dropping the rules of the knife off? Give it to Fook. We'll be running a numbers game again, just the two of these gentlemen. We don't need green lights. We don't need stuff like that because we're just Jesse and I had David Jewell. So what's our number range, Jimmy?
Let me get this written down here real quick.
Okay. This is Jesse and David Jewell
1
playing.
to 10.
1 to 10. Okay, both of you guys, let's give us a guess. 1 to 10. Jesse and David Jewell. Closest without going over. Jesse with the 3. David Jewell with the 6. All right. Who wins? Oh, now the suspense is really going to get people. Not only just closest. Yeah, we lost him again. We'll get our number in a second. One of you guys won. Whoever's closest to his number. That's perfect timing, guys. Yeah, see y'all next time. Have a great day. I'm me. Good morning. How are you? Good to see you. Almost afternoon here. Yeah, congratulations to the winner. How are you, MPG? It's good to see you. Thanks for stopping in. As we wait for Jimmy to pop back in and let us know who won the game. Stuff's got to, it's got to keep stuff interesting. That adds up real quick there, MPG. Adds up real quick. All right, now that we killed them with the suspense, Jimmy.
Did they get their guesses in?
Yes, they did. We got a 3 and a 6. 8. David Jewell. David Jewell is the winner. David Jewell gets the custom sapphire blue clip point Jimmie Crowe Special Penguin with the flame anodized pivot. Hit me up. There'll be some stickers that go along with this, David Jewell.
Congratulations,
of course,
David.
A set of Jimmie Crowe stickers, of course, and some others. So hit me up on Instagram, David. Hit me up on Instagram and we'll get your information to get this over to you. That's awesome.
Before this kicks out again, I want to apologize to everybody. I'm sure that it's on my end that this isn't working out right on the live stream. Next time I'll probably do it inside the house, not in my shop.
Hey, it is what it is. We're all just talking anyway. Yes, David, they are. It is a forever keeper. Having a Jimmie Crowe Special in your collection is awesome. And I don't know, for anybody that popped in and missed it earlier, I do want to say really quick that if you have a knife that you would like to be Jimmie Crowe customized, reach out to him on Instagram to let him know what you want done. And if you send him the knife you want Jimmie Crowe Crowified, and $5 to send it back to you, plus a budget knife that he can modify and ship to a young channel to be donated in your name, then you can reach out to him. You get a Jimmie Crowe custom, and you get to help donate a Jimmie Crowe custom to somebody else. So if anybody wasn't here earlier and didn't hear that, you can get your own Jimmie Crowe custom knife done, and it helps support the community. Such a great way to DSKFS, you know. I think that's an awesome idea. It helps him not foot the bill so much of all the knives that are being donated. It helps you get your own customized Jimmie Crowe, and you get to donate one to another channel. I think that's such a cool idea. Yes, Gmail works, David Jewell. It's EDC with DBD at gmail.com. Yeah, it's just a little reach around to get your own customized knife on me. You know, little tit for tat. Hi Meredith, my truck gets 17 miles per gallon. I like it. People just start popping onto her lives with their current miles per gallon. I'm gonna see. I think we might have lost Jimmy. I don't know if he's coming back. We'll see. But I am excited to be able to review this Devo Nip Light very soon and get this to you guys to show. Really like this little knife. About the same size, ergonomically, like where your hands rest, as my giant mouse Riv or a Lil Native, but with a sick hollow ground blade. That thing is so nice. Got a moving slider and he loves it. Nice. Take it easy, Watch City. Have a good one. Thanks for being here. Going back to lurk. Good for hanging out. I'm me. Thanks for seeing you. Or thanks for seeing you. Good to see you. Thanks for coming. And there's Jimmie Crowe back inside.
Yeah, I went in the house, maybe better internet. I apologize to everybody.
It sounds and looks really clear. I was letting everybody know that they can send up. I was just letting them know that they can send a knife to you to be customized with another, to be sent to another channel, for the folks that weren't here earlier. So everybody knows they can get their own Jimmie Crowe Special.
Yeah. Absolutely. There's things I can and can't do. Like I say, Mr. Eddie and Dan Kinman, they're just super at what they do. And I can't even hold a candle to them. But I'll do what I can do. And but contact me through my Instagram, and we'll get something worked out.
That's awesome. And then you got a piece that'll be in your collection forever. How long ago did you start doing that, Jimmy? I know you talked about it a little bit with Blade Walker, but how long ago did you start sending stuff to channels?
This spring.
Okay. Couldn't take retirement.
Yeah, I started out this spring. and like I say, I got really in depth with Blade Walker, but I was an instructor for the pipe fitters apprenticeship program, and I got to watch young people grow in their craft and do good, and I had a successful career. But most of them, or a lot of them, have eclipsed my career, and I had a very successful career. And a lot of them are now instructors also, and so I'm very proud of them. But I got to watch them come and grow. And when I retired from instructing, that left a pretty good void in my life. And I see young channels starting out, and I want to help young channels while I can. So that's kind
awesome.
of yeah.
It's definitely very much appreciated.
Well, and I appreciate everybody. Everybody's support has been marvelous. Like I say, it's just I'm kind of blown away that I'm even sitting here talking to you, actually, because
And the people are in here and actually, chilling with us.
yeah, absolutely, and come from and all over the country, from Washington to Rhode Island, and Texas to Wyoming, and so it's really a cool community, and I'm really very happy with it, and I'm just able to do what I can do.
That's
But I don't,
awesome.
but some people do, and I lean heavy on it. But I also will help anybody who wants to start doing this to uh, get involved and do it. It's simple. If I can do it, it is so simple. It is so simple. So
Vivid, good morning. Good to see you. Thanks for joining us. Yeah, we were talking about it earlier in the week, but Jimmie had a great idea that I hadn't even thought of. And that's anybody that wants to start rid dyeing and trying that stuff on their own to get all of your supplies to do it. You can get it all at Goodwill.
yeah.
You can get some old pans and a hot plate and, do it all yourself, but without having to pay a bunch of money to get equipment to get started.
Yeah, and you don't want to mess up your inside of your house. So like I say, I've got mine's in my garage. I got a 3-car garage. I partitioned one of the third car off, and that's my shop. And but I got, when I first started dyeing knives, I would pitch the dye, and then I realized that's kind of ignorant. So I dip Coke bottles, and I put my dye back into that, and I can reuse it, and make another batch. And I was
Nice.
using a bottle of dye on about every knife, and that was insane. Yeah, that was really insane. But I really enjoy this, and it's so simple. It really, honestly is a magic marker. The lightning bolts on that paint, the parrot that you've got there,
Yes.
BD, the lightning bolts, magic marker on those, or Sharpie, I should say.
You sharpied them and then did the acid wash.
Yeah, and as long as if you go really really long time, it will take the Sharpie off. But for if like that right there was probably a minute and a half in ferric chloride,
Yeah.
and the Sharpie worked out great. And the edge, if you'll notice on the edge, that's a Sharpie. I take it and
Okay.
go from heel to tip on both sides, and go from tip to heel backwards, and that keeps the acid from eating on the edge too. And then
That's
of course I
awesome.
touch them up. Then I touch them up a little bit. Now you get into something like the crack paint, things like that. That's totally different. You have to really be careful on your pivots and everything. Even on that one there, you have to use fingernail polish on the pivots or everywhere that anything's going to wear a point.
Yeah.
But on the others, crack paint, just cover the whole thing in fingernail polish. Now I take that little bitty tool. I wish I was still in my shop. A little bitty tool that's got a needle in it.
Yeah.
And then I scratch out what I want, put it in the acid for a minute, minute and a half, and take it all off with some acetone, and you've got a crack paint or bricks or whatever you want to put on there.
That's awesome.
It is, and it's simple. It is really simple, and I really encourage everybody to do this because one of these days, I mean, I'm 71. I'm going to kick one of these days. I want somebody else to do it. So
I just realized how I could do that. I wanted to point out a comment from Pocket Razors that he said when he started his channel, you reached out to him in March. You're the first person to send in knives to help support. He really appreciates it.
Thank you, Pocket Razors. And I thank everybody for their kind words. I really do. And it's truly something that I enjoy doing on my end. And so, yeah.
KDK saves all his dye. He says he has dye from over 10 years ago.
See, I told you he was smarter than I am.
I do want to point out, since he's here, Cal was the very first person to reach out and donate anything to my channel. And that was the sliders that he donated for me to check out and to give some away with my first giveaway. And so since he's here, I want to give Cal a shout out. Make sure you check out his store. I'm going to post his link real quick. Check out his store for some awesome handmade fidgets. He has I can't pin that from there. He has a bunch. Oh, thank you. Bluminati did put it there. Will it let me pin it from here? What if I star it? Is that the same thing here? Maybe. Anyway, he has 3D printed fidgets that have hand poured resins. He has hand carved and hand painted wooden fidgets, totally one of a kind. And he's also getting into doing EDC dump trays. So check out Fidget Duck's website or Etsy store. It's got a lot of really cool stuff, and help support somebody else who's also been trying to support the community.
Yeah.
Yeah, Fook has one on the way that he won in the giveaway.
Cool.
Yeah, there was a bunch of people. If I would have noticed how easy it was to pop up a comment and leave it there, I would have been popping up everybody that was talking about what Jimmie Crowe Special they've won. There's a lot of people listing the Jimmie Crowe knives that they've won. This one here, going to a new home. That clip point is so cool looking. So pokey.
Yeah. Yeah, it's funny. I'll just take a look at a knife or turn it just so, and if it casts a shadow, I'll just take a marker and mark out what I think would look right, and it either makes sense, or you can take some alcohol and take the marker off and try something else.
Yeah. All right. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to shut this down because Luke's got his stream coming up, and he's launching the Wingspan on Monday. I want everybody to get a chance to get over to Luke's stream. I'm not going to run into his time today. First, I want to thank you, Jimmie, for joining me and spending some time with me today. I really appreciate it.
And I also really
appreciate all of your support that you've provided to myself and my channel, and also the EDC community in general. Thank you again.
Thank you, and thank everybody. And
I appreciate everybody that hung out with us today and listened to a couple of guys BS. I hope everybody has a killer weekend. And make sure you get over to El Cap. What's up? Good to see you. We're just jumping off here so everybody can bounce over to Loot. Make sure that you check out his live stream and check out the Wingspan. I believe Monday open for pre-orders. Loot, an awesome member of our community and an awesome designer. It looks like Monday you have a chance to support him and get a sick knife. Yes, if you wouldn't mind somebody linking Loot's channel real quick. You guys are quicker at it than I am normally. Or his live even. Yeah, you can reach out to me on Instagram, Chris. Here, I'll type up his link. Oh, there we go. Thanks, Fook. There's Loot's link. Make sure you're following him. For one, he's just a good dude, but he's also a great designer. Follow him. Check out his live today and support him as he goes to a launch this week. Have a fantastic weekend, everybody. Thanks again for joining us.
Take care.